What's going on, y'all? So I was talking about the land bank, just trying to build your wealth your way through county land banks. Okay. And so one thing is, as you start looking, like, where do I look? That's the first thing. Where do I look? So the first thing you have to do is kind of plan, right? Plan what you want to do. You can look in several areas, and it's going to take research. I will start at Community Network. Community Network is .org, Community Network. And what it does is it shows basically, or just Google it. Google land banks in America, county land banks in America. Google that, okay? It'll be a whole list. You'll click on this Community Network website, and it has a map of all the land banks from Oregon to Texas to, and you have to research those. Yes, because they're all different. So you can't really be lazy with developing your real estate. It's all different. For instance, they have one in Houston, Texas. However, I would guarantee you it's very different from the one in Savannah, Georgia, which is very different from the one in Caboulter, Pennsylvania. So what you're going to have to do in formulating your plan is the research portion first. You know you want to get into real estate. You know you want to do it with $70, $80. You take the budget. I only got $80 right now. And that's all I'm at. I'm not going to give you more. I'm just $80. That's it. And I want to get into real estate. I just want to jump in. Cool. You're going to have to do that research. Of course, the more money, the more options. But you ain't got 80. You're going to have to find your options, okay? So look at every county land bank. It doesn't matter the state right now. Trust me, it doesn't matter the state. Just look at every one. Pick 2 of them a day and just look at them. See what the rules are. They got an about and an FAQ. The rules are how to buy the property. How do I find the price of this property? Okay? How do I find it? How the price? Just look at the rules, all right? From there, that will help your plan. And then once you find out what you can acquire, then you can see what you can do with what you can acquire. Okay? But don't write anything off. All your options are thrown on the table. You want to see all of your options with this land bank thing. So you're going to be going all through Ohio, all through Illinois, all through Michigan, all through Wisconsin, all through Minnesota, a few in Kansas, not a lot. You're going to be going through places that you be like, oh man, I ain't going to do that. No, you got to stay creative and you got to stay up here. Okay. Once you find these places, then what you can do, that's when it's going to help you. All right. That's when it's honestly going to help you. That's when you formulate your plan. So once you look through that full community map, you find 3 or 4 and you got to keep them in order. Okay, get a sort of a system in order. I'm gonna just check this. Once you find what you're looking for, that helps in what you need to. If you can say, okay, I'm looking for land. All right, cool. Then you have $80. You can find it. If you're looking for housing, let's say you want a house. Okay, that's a little different. You can get it for low. You just got to look at the rules, because you got to understand these rules are designed for, they're more acceptable of people getting in these houses. Now, ultimately, it's not for investors. You're just learning the rules to use it to your advantage as an investor. But this is for primary residents of a lot of places. But you got to know the rules, and you got to research the system in each one, because they all are different. Do not assume with this, okay? Don't assume in your journey. If you need help of any way, shape, or form, I will link my email in the bottom. Just email me and just try to keep it brief, okay? Don't give me 27 things. Try to keep it brief, all right? But you can acquire land. You can acquire houses. You can acquire property. Okay, you can actually acquire property for hundreds. I know people say $1,000 houses. You could do that, or you could do it for $430.